Dead in Hip Hop, Lecrae, Church Clothes, Mixtape Review.
That's what it's called, Church Clothes?
Yes, yeah, Church
Oh
Clothes.
yeah,
I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, he spared nothing. You know, he made sure he got every reference. Shout out to Film Dog for doing the write up on it when it dropped a while back. Go ahead and get that out because it was going to be a minute before we got to it. Because some of you may recognize him from the church topic discussion that we had. Chicken George just had to be here in presence, so I commend him for driving 4 to 5 hours to join us for this review, even though there's Skype up.
That's what I thought. What's brewing? Spread the suit.
So, let's go, man. Kick it off, man. What you think about the
you want me to kick it off? Okay, cool. First off, I'm gonna throw it back on y'all.
What the hell?
I'm gonna throw it back on y'all. Since you mentioned Webisode 22 is Christian rap relevant, this mixtape proves that Christian hip hop is relevant. Within the first 2 hours, he had 15,000 downloads. His production was done by. We had S1, we had Boy Wonder,
Nice Wonder.
I said Night Wonder. What did I say?
You said Boy Wonder.
I said
You need to get up on
no, it is. It's Boy Wonder.
Who's Boy Wonder?
He's Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, the Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder. Yeah. And Ninth Wonder. Yeah, he got both of them wonders. But anyway, I mean, this isn't just a dope Christian hip hop mixtape. This is a dope hip hop mixtape. Period. I mean, the production is hot. It's not too preachy. It's like right down in the middle. Like last time we talked about pastoral versus evangelistic. This was like very, very evangelistic. He stepped out of the out of the church, out of the pulpit, so to speak, and he talked about stuff that was basically reality stuff that everybody can relate to. It was a balance. It had a little bit of bubble gum, had a little bit of book bag on it, so to speak. A couple of tracks that really stood out to me was bubblegum backpack. Y'all talking about it in the last review.
That was him. He was talking. I didn't say nothing.
But you gotta have a balance. You gotta have your bubblegum rappers and you gotta have your backpack rappers.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you said book. Okay.
You said I said book.
You said book bag. I didn't.
Book bag.
I got you now.
Yeah.
I got you.
The balance.
We're on the same. Yeah.
Cool.
I roll the pulpit, bro.
But I mean, everybody talked about the track Church Clothes. The way how he came from the aspect of being like a free thinker or an atheist or somebody that like is kind of just looking at the church from the outside, and I mean he's just had a really, I don't know, it was just a dope ending towards the end of that. Give Me a Second, that was a track that's produced by Boy Wonder. That's one of my favorite tracks, and he was just talking about how people say that he talks about the same things, but he said the truth doesn't change, so that's the reason why he does it. Is Beezy praying?
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel it? You got him with the ghost? He got real quiet.
You're trying to channel your inner faithfulness right now.
Lord forgive them. They do not know what they do.
Oh my
Damn, B.
These fools off the chain.
Also, on the we also talked about the point of people talking about different doctrines, and on I believe Cosign, he talked about if Wu-Tang can spit 5% gems, how come I can't talk about him who saved me and whatnot? So I mean, all the stuff that we talked about from Webisode 22, like he just brings it full force and shows that Christian rap is relevant. But like I said, I don't want it to feel like I'm coming from just a Christian aspect. I'm coming from a hip hop fan, and this is just a dope hip hop mixtape to me.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the same way too. It was a dope.
You felt all that?
Not all that. It's only praying, fool. So, yeah, I mean, this was a pretty solid mixtape. It wasn't nothing like ooh wow, but Lecrae's always been a nice MC. They can't take that away from him.
Right.
My standout tracks was Inspiration and what's that, Misconception.
Misconception with Braille.
Yeah.
Braille.
They were my two standout tracks that I pretty much repeated a lot.
That wasn't on mine.
Huh?
That wasn't on mine. Because I didn't notice if Braille was on the track. That wasn't on my mixtape.
Braille?
Yeah, he wasn't on mine.
Yeah, Braille, Odd Thomas, and Propaganda.
Yeah.
I didn't get that track.
Ooh.
I mean, what the fuck, Jesus? Look at that
If you were praying, you should have a direct line to him right now.
That's crazy. I didn't get that track. I like Braille.
I'm sorry.
What's the name of it?
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Jesus.
misconception.
Misconception.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
He understand.
No, he don't. He probably getting sick of my shit. Go ahead, B.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, you got it.
How you gonna tell me what I? That's your iPod. Right. Like,
Yeah, you got it.
I didn't get that track. I promise. It's not on mine. But I downloaded it from like Mediafire. I didn't go to like DatPiff. Cause I don't like fucking with DatPiff. I'm sorry, B. Go ahead.
No, you're good. That was funny. Yeah, those are my two standout tracks. The Night One tracks was cool. I thought like in the middle, I guess that's where you went with the bubblegum stuff. It kind of got a little, that special track, I didn't like that.
Drake track.
No, I didn't like that one either. But then it got right back.
Hold on, wait. Drake track.
It was a track with Drake. I didn't
Nah,
get
it
that
was
one.
a track.
I mean, it
kinda sound like
sounded-
Yeah. I feel like what you're saying.
Yeah.
That kind of threw me off. But then he got right back on it when he got. Give me a second. That's when the mixtape kind of.
Actually, the track, no, Rex, the track before that was dope. I like the line when he was like, life is like a game of dice. You gotta watch who you roll with, something like that. But the track No Regrets was pretty hot.
Yeah, and yeah, but overall, it was just a good mixtape. I looked at it as him an MC. I ain't going to all that Christian stuff. I was just listening to him as an MC first, and all the other stuff came second. After Misconception, pretty much I was almost like done with the mixtape. I didn't care for the last two tracks on the mixtape, but overall, it was a good mixtape. I enjoyed it.
I can't front it. It caught me a little bit by surprise with the production that was on it. You know, especially being hosted by Don Cannon and stuff. So the production definitely caught me off track because it was a little bit more commercial than I expected.
She bumped the whip, huh?
Yeah, it bumped in the whip. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bumped in the arc too.
Bumped in my Honda.
Who said bumped the whip? Mike is in rare form.
Yes, he is.
I'm so
No,
out.
them
I
two
need to shut
chicks.
up.
Oh man. But you know, when I listened to this, it didn't come off as like a Christian artist. It just came off like a guy that raps that talked about God. And kind of really on this mixtape almost, I don't want to say sparingly because he definitely talked about him, but that wasn't like the main concentration like God, or I guess he wasn't being like, oh, he saved me and this, that, and the third, like,
Gotcha.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, with this one, I felt like he talked about it, but from everybody's perspective. You know, like when he said, I came in wearing a snapback and they told me I couldn't do that. And it's like, damn, but why are you pushing me away? Like, I'm trying to do the right thing, but just because of what I have on or whatever, you're pushing me away. You know, so I liked him on this because he wasn't preachy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't out there just trying to save the whole world. He gave you his reference, and that was about it. You know, and like I said, with the production, it just threw me off. But it was cool, man. I don't even know if I could like really replay this like that. I don't know if it really had like replay value for me. But he could spit.
Why
He
not?
could, I don't know.
When you say
I think it's
when you say the production took you off, like what do you mean as far as production? It was
No, it was good.
Okay.
No,
You
it
didn't
was
expect
good.
to be that commercial.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that commercial. So
Okay.
that's what I was like, oh. Am I sure I got the right one?
No,
Yo, you
no, you got the right
Hold
one.
on. I gotta say this real quick. He got you. He got you. I remember I told you, as long as y'all don't trick me, I'm good. He didn't trick me. He didn't trick me because I knew what to expect because I'd watched the interviews and all that shit, which you probably didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched the interviews where he said, I'm trying to make a commercial hip hop album, not a Christian hip hop album.
See,
But that's
no, wait. Because
got you.
here's the thing, and I think this is when I walked away, because when I was listening to this, and you know, of course, I'm like, this motherfucker got Cannon on his mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
He got
Don
Ninth Wonder
Right.
on his mixtape.
Right.
Boy Wonder
Right.
on his mixtape.
Right.
It's like the epitome of a Christian rapper damn near selling out.
Why?
Because you know what? When I walked away from this, I was like, hey, you know what? The beats are good.
Mm-hmm.
We already said Lecrae can rap his ass off, so we're good there.
Uh-huh.
But when I walked away from this tape, I was like, I couldn't help but to myself, I was saying, this is good. for Christian rapper.
Why?
And that's what everyone's doing. Come on,
That's-
we're giving him
yep.
extra credit because he's Christian.
No,
If he wasn't Christian, this mixtape would just be good. Now it's dope because he's Christian.
Exactly.
Well, see, here's the deal. I'm going back from episode 22 because of the fact that we were bringing up the point that, well, is it relevant? Because of the fact it's not necessarily
You're looking
here.
at the numbers. Why? If Lecrae didn't have Don Cannon, Ninth Wonder, Boy Wonder on this mixtape, do you think the same numbers would have happened?
Yes,
I think
yes,
so.
yes. The
To
numbers.
this point,
yes,
we didn't
Actually,
receive
I
the
believe-
exposure as much exposure on the site.
No, wait. Time out.
But
Actually,
I think he would have got just as many downloads.
He would have got BET exposure, that cipher. That kind of boosted him up some.
yeah.
But the exposure on all of the hip hop sites.
He
right?
actually-
Maybe not all of them, but he would have still got, because this mixtape is a slight departure from his normal sound.
Right.
Because here's my thing. What is his purpose? Because you've been rapping the strictly Christian hip hop for so long. What is the reason for all of a sudden, you know what? I don't want to just do Christian rap. I want to broaden my horizons. Are you trying to make more money? I don't think that's what it is. Or are you trying to get more fans? Are you trying to expose more people to God by tricking people like poor FIFO?
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, I'm gonna say the answer is the number 3, but I don't want to call the word trick because it's not tricking. Because
What is it then?
Why? Wait.
It's not
Explain to me
tricking,
what
man.
y'all mean by trick. Because it's not like he did. It's not like
It's not like you don't. It's not like you don't know he's a
It's not like he
Christian
denied
rapper.
Christ.
I'm kind of joking. What I mean by tricking is, I have no issues with Christian rap. None whatsoever. If people love Christian rap, that's great. But it's just when you try to present yourself as, I'm not a Christian rapper, I don't understand why you would do that. What is the reason for saying, you know what, I'm going to tone down the Christianity? For what? You are a Christian. This is your music. You're trying to expose people to your beliefs. Why are you toning it down? For what?
And you already big.
And you're already big. What is the reason?
But he didn't tone down anything.
The
What
hell he
no,
didn't.
what
Come
he
on,
said
dog.
was that he said. Matter of fact, he lost a lot of fans because of the fact that he stepped-
toned it down.
Not necessarily because he toned it down, because everybody wants to put Christian artists in the box. If
Who's everybody? Y'all do that shit to yourselves.
no, it's not.
Come on, y'all only play in churches.
But listen, but listen to what Ken said. Ken said it sounds pretty good for a Christian rapper.
Exactly. That's what people walking away with that.
But how come it can't be? It sounds good for a hip hop.
Because I think if we judge it, I think for the most part, if people if they take this mixtape out of that context and look at it with it sounds like every other damn mixtape that's out there. Stereotypical, commercial sounding hip hop.
I mean,
And
listen to the song.
generic, and people will just take it and put it to the side.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this. I hear this all the time. I can go listen to Meek Mill, which he sound like on Spaz. I can go listen. Oh my bad. You know.
But Meek Mill is talking about stuff, a lot of negative stuff.
I'm not talking about
But you said stereotypical. You said generic.
What are you saying?
You like, hold on. See, remember we said this before. We said that it's a double standard as far as preach, because you can be a Christian artist and you're preaching a gospel, but you can also be a secular artist and preach the gospel. The thing about it is, I wouldn't say he's generic, because I would put him in the same boat. Like, if you want to just say, okay, well, hip hop, I say like Little Brother, or somebody that's talking about something positive, so to speak, more so inspirational, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I wouldn't just say he's he's just like everybody else, because everybody else ain't doing what he's talking about, because he ain't gonna get on the radio. He even said that on his tracks. He was like, nobody wants to hear this because
Get out of here!
I don't know
Come
that's
on,
the
dude.
right
You don't think he's shooting for the radio? What's that Black Rose song? We have that faking ass accent. Come on, dude. You don't think he's shooting for the radio?
He's shooting for the radio, but he won't make it.
Come on, dude.
Because it's Christian hip hop.
Special.
Come on.
They're not gonna play it on the radio.
He's totally shooting for the radio.
But the thing about it is that they're not going to play him.
Why
Because,
wouldn't they?
because of the fact that
They're not.
Because he's
It's
a Christian
hip
artist.
hop.
That's why he's trying to change up his image.
It's not so much that he's trying to change up his image. He's trying to show people, because okay, you said when you said we, I don't know if you mean Christian artists or you talking about the church.
This mixtape, is there anything like that he's previously done? Yes or no?
No.
So that means he's changed.
It's that simple, dude.
Because
He said it himself.
Listen to Rehab. This sounds completely different from Rehab.
It sounds different from Rehab only
A
because
lot different.
I think it's more so the I mean, he's still spitting the same.
Changed. But he went on commercial sound.
You got Don Cannon, dog.
Yeah, Don Cannon.
But why are you saying though that he's tricked? Like, because of the fact that he's got more of a commercial sound. He's
Because
tricking.
people,
That's what I'm trying to.
because people would listen to this because of the sound of it. It sounds like the typical hip hop that's out now. I will listen to it. The content may be different, but the sound is still there. Therefore, you will, by default, listen to the content. Can I get an amen?
But the thing about it is, like I said, if you're making Christian rap, I have no issue with that. I just don't understand why he's choosing to tone down his like, look, like Christian rap to me is cool, but man, it's seriously, Christian rap is like going to Kroger and getting Kroger brand shit. You know, like Kroger brand cleaner don't really clean as well. Kroger brand food don't really taste as good. You go to the bar and you get house liquor. It ain't that good, makes you sick. He's trying to get that name brand shit, right? He's tired of being house brand. He's tired of being generic. He don't want to be Kroger brand no more.
Think of some of those poppy songs that was more like in the middle of that mixtape that he was aiming for.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
If he had kept it like inspiration, that track inspiration, I think he can keep it. He can still keep it that way. You don't have to go to the poppy way.
You can't tell me he's not changing his sound to get a bigger audience.
Well,
You
what,
just
but,
can't.
but what I'm saying, if you're gonna go that way, then that's any and every artist. Every artist has to have some type of commercial sound or something.
It's
that,
not even the sound that I have an issue with. It's the fact that he's choosing to dumb down his Christian lyrics. This is his lasers.
Why,
you know what I'm saying?
why can't it be like
Like
misconception. You know what I'm saying? Why can't it be like that?
because he wants to do something different. Because the thing about it is,
Why?
because
What's his reason?
so many people want to put Christian art. Well, this is how it's supposed to sound. How come he just can't be dope and like some of the bar? I can spit some of the bars he says, and they're real lyrical. But a lot of people don't.
We're not
think that
saying he's not dope.
No,
though.
everyone says he's dope.
Yeah.
Lecrae is dope without a fucking doubt. He's dope as hell. He's a dope lyricist. He can spit. He's got a nice flow. I'm saying I don't understand. I don't give a fuck about the beats he's going over. I loved the production on this album.
Right.
And I don't even like commercial sounding shit. But the production, I enjoyed it. Except for, I hate to say it, but except for that Ninth Wonders track. I didn't like that
You
track.
didn't like Rise?
And I did not like Welcome to H-Town.
Drew,
Welcome to H-Town.
Drew Murray clowned that, but
That shit was bad. But other than that, and the Jafakin song, I didn't like that one either. But everything else, I dug. My thing is, I'm listening to this mixtape and I'm not stupid. I see that you're trying to dumb down your Christian lyrics. I don't understand why. If you made it this far off of doing that, what is the reason for change? Now, if you have a logical reason for this outside of I'm trying to bring more people into the church, I'd love to hear it. Like, what is his reason for changing? He wants to get on the radio.
Well, like you said, he wants to bring more people into having a biblical viewpoint, and I think that's just what it is.
And that's what I'm talking about when I say tricky. My thing is, if you're coming to somebody with music that is only subtly Christian, so someone like FIFO, if he didn't know any better, and he's looking at this shit, and he's like, oh, this is cool, this is Christian hip hop, great, you know, and then he goes and finds all this other shit, and it don't sound nothing like this. So it's like,
Rehab is almost like
what is the reason for this?
I mean,
Why?
preachers do the same thing though.
And
Preachers,
I hate that.
but preachers do the same thing, so he's not doing anything different from what like a preacher does.
Well,
like when
But
he
yeah,
when
but
he's
the
speaking to
preacher's
the
already
youth.
there, so we know what to expect. The preacher is already in the pulpit, so you can, you know, he can come out there, and he can relate, you know, rap music to Satan, to whatever,
Right.
whatever, and we already know what's going on because he's there. We expect this out of him. But a Lecrae coming in and just trying to slide this by like it's not a Christian rap album. It is a fucking Christian rap album, dude. Like, stop lying. It's a Christian rap album. It's just a really good one.
Going back to webisode 22 with Jay Electronica, when we were talking about him or Mos Def, they're very vocal about their beliefs in their music, and I'm pretty sure they want you to be Muslim too. But I mean, they don't.
I don't think they do, man.
You don't think so?
This is
No, and I would have no issue if Lecrae wanted me to be Christian. Again, if he was just spitting his regular standard Christian lyrics, I would still say this is a great Christian rap album. But I don't understand why he's toning his Christianity down.
This
Like,
kind of reminds me of the preacher that has a nice sized congregation, a nice sized church.
Right.
But he's not content with that. He wants the mega church. He wants the lifestyle that Eddie Long or Creflo Dollar has. He wants to go for that because it's a little bit more glamorous, a little bit more what?
why you say Eddie Long?
I'm done. Go ahead, dog.
No, but you know he wants a mega church, and that's why he's kind of navigating towards this sound. He's not content with what he has because he has a nice following. He wants more. He wants more, and this
Does he want more?
Alright, so-
Does he want more fans or more people
So
to know
what-
Christ?
So what's wrong with that? Like, what if he
Yeah,
wants
what's wrong with
to? He wants his church to grow. Like, what's wrong with that? Cause that's why I just compared him to a preacher because that's what it sounds like he's doing.
At that point, you lose you almost lose a connection with your congregation a little bit, because sometimes you have to go through so much just to talk to the preacher.
It becomes more of a business.
Right.
Right.
Whereas back, when you had your smaller following, they can go right to you.
Right,
They don't
right,
have to go past security.
It comes more as a business. That's the problem I have with mega churches now.
Yeah, so and that's kind of what's going to happen here. People, and his content will be, with him, will be diluted a little bit.
Remember what Mike said? He said a lot of Christian artists, when you're a Christian artist, you already have an automatic following, right?
Yeah.
So he already had an automatic following. How come he didn't come out like this? Because he has an automatic following. Like,
I want to answer my other question
go
first.
ahead.
Like, why is he tying in with secular artists all of a sudden?
The secular artists or the producers?
That's what I was
Producers, whatever.
Because Malice is now
No Malice.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, why is he tying in with Don? Why did he get Don Cannon to host his mixtape?
Because, number one, I believe that he's trying to show Christian artists that you can set the bar higher than what we've been doing in the past. Because there's so many Christian artists that just want to just sing in church and they just get puffed up. And it's a double standard. It's a double-edged sword, because if you, like you said, sometimes when people want to get that mega church, they get prideful. And then sometimes when you stay in the same automatic audience, you start smelling yourself, because everybody is clapping for you, like you said. Your grandma saying, "Hey, my baby up there." So that's the reason why he's saying step the bar up, because of the fact there's so many Christian artists that aren't bringing quality mixtapes or quality albums, and he's setting the bar.
I think no matter what way you spin this, man, it's not going to come out. It's not going to come out properly. No matter, all due respect, I think you're trying to spin this really hard, and it's not working. He toned down his Christian lyrics. He went and got secular producers. He got one of the biggest secular names in mixtape hosting to host his mixtape. All of these are for a specific reason. Very specific reason. I am completely with all of those Christian people that said, you know what, the hell with Lecrae, he's lost his focus. I'm 100% with them. I understand their point. But at the same time, I understand Lecrae's side, where he's saying, just like you said, I don't want to just play to you guys. I want to expand my audience. I kind of wish that we could just leave him there, because Christian rap needs that.
Yep.
Secular world doesn't need Lecrae.
We got enough of it.
We have enough Lecraes. You guys need Lecrae. And I feel like you should be standing up for this way more than any of us should. You should be the one saying, no, Lecrae, what are you doing? We need you here. We need you to show people that, look, Christian rap is dope. It's not all DC talk. It's not all this whack shit that you can laugh at. Some of these motherfuckers you can't fuck with on a mic. Like Lecrae. Lecrae is gonna murder you on the mic, but he's gonna do it in the most godly way possible. Now, like Ken said, he's blending in with everybody else. Why would you be cool with that?
All right, so that's it. No replay value.
Damn, that's no. It does have replay value. Is it anything that I would want to go back and put on again? Nah, I didn't even want to listen to it and do the review again after I listened to it. Because I already listened to it once. Because I listened to it once and I'm like, damn, we're going to do this review. I got to go back and listen to it again. And it didn't really, appeal to me. But does it have a lot of replay value for a lot of people? Yeah, absolutely. Does it have a lot of replay value for me? No. Shuffle music. If it comes on shuffle, good.
I see that. I don't want to shit. I don't want to sound like we're shitting on Lecrae. I definitely fuck with Lecrae. I like Lecrae. I think he's a dope rapper. I have an issue with the motivation behind this. That's my main thing. I have an issue with the motivation behind this. But beats, I enjoyed the beats, even though I don't like that kind of shit. Lecrae sounds great over these beats, with the exception of about 3 or 4 songs. He sounds great. Will I replay this? No, but not for the reasons that FIFO gave or that King gave. I don't care about if it's Christian or not. My thing is, it doesn't sound good enough for me to care to go back to it. It might come on every once in a while. I might get an inkling to put on some Lecrae, but probably not this album. But yeah, if you're into Christian rap, or if you're into hip hop period, man, just go check it out and see what you think. But I would really like to hear Lecrae really get down and dirty and talk about his motivations for why he did this, because I don't buy that I'm trying to bring people into the church. excuse. I don't.
Download the mixtape. You know, dude is nice. That's all I gotta say. I mean, they touched.
Damn.
I'm just saying, they pretty much touched on everything I kind of was feeling about it. But it's a nice mixtape. Dude is dope as hell. So there you go.
Man, Lecrae undoubtedly is a lyricist, man. Dude is tight. Like I said, I enjoyed the mixtape from the aspect that he wasn't preachy, and I think that he can spit, and you know, if you like commercial beats, it definitely bumps. But like I said, man, I probably won't be listening to it again. It just didn't grab me like that. But I'm not feeling it like that, man. It was cool. It was a good effort, but I'm not feeling it like that. I'm not gonna go back and, you know, bump this shit like that. But it definitely bumps though. Production was cool.
Bumping the whoop.
You said it did
Yeah,
earlier.
you did earlier.
Yeah, no, it bumps like
Don't pull it, Lecrae.
no. I said the production is tight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going back and revisiting this.
All right, I love this mixtape. I think it's one of the best mixtapes I've heard and I've reviewed this year. As far as everybody else's opinion, I put it like this. I feel like Lecrae is trying to go beyond the church, because a lot of people that within the church, they have a religious spirit and they feel like you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. But Christ went outside the church to bring people into the kingdom of heaven. So that's exactly what Lecrae is doing. So I commend you on what you're doing. Continue to do your collaborations and whatnot, and continue to have integrity with what you're doing. And that's it.